I also want to apologize for the audio last week. I don't know what happens every once in a while. The audio of me talking is really low. I don't know what causes that. I know when I charge my GoPro, I have to unplug my mic and plug it into my charger. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Maybe I don't get the plug plugged in all the way or what, but every once in a while it does that. It's really frustrating because I don't know why it does that. I always make sure I plug it in all the way, and that's all I can really do as far as that goes. I just don't really know, what causes it, but it's frustrating. But it only does it, luckily it only does it once in a while. I don't know why it picks up the motorcycle loud and clear, but my voice not so much, and the mic is right next to my chin, so I don't get it. But anyway, but it's content. May not be able to hear it, but it's content. But anyway, this road runs, oh, there's some deer. This road runs from between Eel Rock Road and Alder Point Road, with the fork that goes off to Fort Seward. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit about if this Honda CRF 300L Rally that I'm on, riding and own, is a good beginner bike. I think it's probably one of the better ones for the lighter weight, not a lot of horsepower. You're not gonna get yourself in trouble. You can go out and ride it by yourself without worrying about having to struggle to pick it up. Stock out of the box, it's pretty decent for a beginner rider. I mean, the suspension is soft, yes, but I think as a beginner rider it's not going to make that much difference, because you're not going to be going real fast and doing a lot of real enduro-ish things. We're supposed to be getting an inch of rain tomorrow, and it's already clouding up. I wonder if it's gonna come in a little sooner than they thought. It's supposed to start tonight or tomorrow morning. Hopefully it'll hold off. Maybe this is just some fog, a little bit of moisture. But anyway, I feel like this bike is good for a lot of people. Like I said, the only drawback that I see for a beginner, it is a little bit on the taller side. Like, I'm 5'10", 5'11", and all I did was I put a stiffer spring on the rear shock as far as the suspension goes. I mean, the suspension sags quite a bit when you sit on it, so it does make it a little more accessible for shorter riders once you sit on it. But you can get used to it. You just have to do some practicing, putting one foot down and sliding your butt over, so you can touch the ground flat-footed on at least one side. And it's, like I said, for a beginner, it's real reliable. It's easy to work on if you want to do your own wrenching and stuff. The oil changes are easy. I haven't got to the valve check adjustment, the valve check mileage yet, so I don't know how difficult that is. I'm sure you're gonna have to take the tank off another deer, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it myself. I do have the manual, so I could do it myself. I just don't know if I will or not. It just depends when the time comes. But I feel like in this category, it's one of the better choices for a beginner bike in this category. The KLX 300 is another one, or you could get the regular 300L, not the Rally. But if you want to do any highway miles at all, I would suggest getting the Rally, because it has a little more wind protection. But it just depends on, whoa, that's washboardy. Whoo! Just depends on if you're into having wind protection, if it's important to you. The stock windshield works great on the highway at 70, so yeah, I think it's one of the top choices for beginner bike, or even intermediate riders as well, because you can, intermediate riders that could you know, flash the ECU and put on different exhaust to give it a little more horsepower, you know, do the full suspension mod, things like that. Or if you wanted to, say you have a big adventure bike, you know, 700, probably bigger than that, maybe, you know, a GS 1200 GS or something like that, or a KTM 1290, this would be a good second bike as well for, like, you know, more off-road stuff, river bar, more enduro stuff, tougher trails and tracks. This would be a good second bike as well. But I've done, you know, highway, off-road, some real rough river bar stuff like that, and it handled it all real well, and it gave me a lot of confidence to try going different places, or maybe a little bit more sketchier terrain and things like that. So that's a big thing for, you know, beginner riders, is getting that confidence built up, and this one would do that. I've got 6,930 miles on the 2021 CRF 300L Rally. Enjoying it. Like I said, I would like to have a little more horsepower for the highway. That's just my own opinion. I mean, it'll do it, but it just with a little more CCs, it'll do it a little easier. And this is the first year of the Rally. I had to pre-order it, put a deposit, and wait for it to come in. Took about 6 months. This is the non-ABS model. The ABS model was like, I don't know, $300 more, and there was more people that wanted the ABS than the non-ABS. So I got this one quicker than if I'd have wanted an ABS model. And I guess the 2025 model there's a few changes, color change. I think they stiffened the suspension up, maybe put a little bit of adjustments in it so you can adjust the suspension a little bit. It's supposed to be a little bit better. Well, that's basically all they really did. Uh-oh, getting up into the fog now. That's what it is. It's fog, drippy fog. Probably can't even see off of here. It's so foggy now. There's some good views when it's nice and clear, but not today. Fog's rolling on in. Oh, stalled it. Didn't switch gears. Dang it. Oh boy. But anyway, now my windshield's fogging up. My visor's fogged up. But if you're looking for a smaller adventure slash dual sport, this would be a good choice. I think the price went up a little bit from when I bought mine, but it's probably because of the extra cost of tariff stuff and stuff like that, and of course inflation. But if I had to do it all over again, I'd buy this bike again. Look at that fog rolling right up across the road. This road is really washboarded out, as you can tell by my voice. Oh, you can see a little bit down there now. The Eel River down there, Highway 101. Ooh, really washboardy. Definitely the fog disrupted the views, but that's what happens this time of the year. You never know what the weather's going to be like. Yesterday was nice and sunny, warm. Like I said before, I do these videos on the weekends because that's when I have the most time, but it seems like recently I haven't had a lot of time. A lot of stuff going on. I have 2 birthday parties this weekend. I had one yesterday and then I have one today. And then I got bowling tonight, so yeah, it makes it tough sometimes, but I do my best. I thank everybody for being patient and sticking with my channel. Hopefully the audio is better. I stopped my video and watched the beginning of it to see how the sound was, but sometimes it's hard to tell until you download the video. And that's when you start watching. I didn't even realize that the video didn't the audio was that bad till I watched it today, a little bit of it. And yeah, you can hear the motorcycle crystal clear, but my voice is just really muffled, super low. You got to turn your volume up to even hear, but then the bike is overpowering noise from the bike, so I don't know what really causes that, but can be frustrating, that's for sure. Sun's trying to peek out, burn off the fog, but it's not quite happening yet. It's nice out that way. This is a road at Forks. If you take that road, it takes you to Alder Point Road, and then Garberville 17. And then if you take that left fork, it takes you down to Fort Seward, 7 miles. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here. I got to get back and go to a birthday party, like I said. So yeah, I want to thank all my viewers and subscribers for watching my videos. Give me thumbs up, all the positive comments. Much appreciated. Much appreciate all the new subscribers, whether it's motorcycle related or slot car related. But yeah, this is MFR Off-Road Rider. See you on the next one. Later.